What's up, everybody? My name is Glennis Rogers, and I help businesses, brands, and influencers take what they do in their business and turn it into movie-like quality to attract the right clients. I love the movies. I love the art of making movies. I love going to the movies. Everything about theater, cinema, I just love it. That's a big reason why I got into video production. And recently, the Superman trailer just dropped. Now, it's been a while since a solo Superman movie came out, and so the world was really kind of waiting for it to come. And when it dropped, it caused a lot of noise. You had a bunch of people talking about it. Some people didn't like the costume. Some people loved the costume. Some people didn't like the color grading. They said it looked weird. Some people loved it. Some people even said that the guy playing Superman is too tall. Everybody just talking about it. But that's the important part. A lot of people was talking about it. And so my question to you is, do you have a trailer for your business? In business, we don't call these things trailers, but we call them brand story films. And the brand story film is a compilation or a short video to tell the story of your business and how it impacts your target audience. And the number one place that you need a brand story film is on your website. LinkedIn did a study a while ago that showed when people are going through their buyer's journey, if your website has a video on it, it increases the chances of you getting the sale by 80%. Now in business, we know that there are no guarantees, but you need to have yourself and your company in the best position to close the sale. And one way of doing that is by having a video on your website. The impact of having somebody scroll through your website and hearing the audio of a client talking about how great you did and how professional you were for them, or hearing you talk about your company and your passion for doing what you do. Photos are great, vlogs are great, written form content is great, but it is nothing like the impact of having video. Through video, you can see the emotions on the faces. You can hear the emotions through the voices. The same feeling that you get in movies when you have the music that tugs on your heart, when you see the tears flowing from a face. That's the impact that you want to have when your future client comes to your website and looks at your video. So here's a couple of things that you need to consider when thinking about having a brand story film on your website. The most important thing is to check the platform to see if it's capable of housing a video on your website. Some websites cannot handle a certain size of video. Some websites cannot handle a certain resolution of videos. Some websites can't play your videos in real time. There's many different factors that you have to consider and research and look at the platform that you're using for your website so you can know if you can even put out video in the first place. A bonus is if the platform you use can also play the audio from your video. That is huge. That is major. They can hear the client talk about how great you are. They can hear you talk about the passion that you have for doing what you're doing. That is a must when considering even having your website in the first place. Here's the most important piece about having a video on your website. Making the video in the first place. In the world we live now, everybody can create content. Phones are very good. They are updating every day. They're getting better and better. And so technically you can produce your own brand story film, but the best option, the best way to produce a brand story film is to hire professionals that can take your vision and use the skill that they have to produce a high quality professional brand story film to place on all your platforms, but most importantly, on your website. Now, I don't have time to go into everything that goes into making a brand story film, but generally it's going to be 2 to 3 days production. The first day you're going to use to shoot interviews of the owner of the company, people who work at the company, and more importantly, the clients that have been impacted by your business and what you do. And more importantly, you want to get the clients that have been impacted the most. The second day is going to be used for shooting B-roll the whole time. They're going to get shots of the brick and mortar that you work at. They're going to get shots of the clients that you've impacted in their homes, maybe. We're going to reenact some things so we can go along with the things that are said from the previous interviews. There are going to be shots in the cities that you've impacted and famous landmarks so they can be recognizable. And then when all that is done, they're going to combine everything to make a nice brand story film. The film is only going to be 2 to 3 minutes long, unless you want it longer to put it on somewhere like YouTube where somebody would actually sit down and watch it. But you want it to be as concise as possible to really hit an impact for people who are scrolling through your website. So going into next year, 2025, consider having a video on your website so it can increase your chances of closing the deals within clients and the target audience that you want to reach. All right, y'all, that's all I got. I'll see you next time.